Hello and happy Friday. It is Friday. It is time for the Coding Train with me, your host, Daniel Schiefman. And I'm so excited to be here. I did have a live stream last Friday and I had a guest. Yining Shi was here. Yining Shi was here to demonstrate how to train a style transfer model using TensorFlow. Train that model locally on your computer or in the cloud using a service called Spell, and use the ML5 library to take that model and to use it in the browser and to style your image from the webcam, all that exciting stuff. And if you missed it, you can go back and watch it. But coming this Monday, edited versions of Yining's live stream will come out. So if you're looking for just the kind of step-by-step instructions without all the unplugging and plugging in of wires and me interrupting her by accident, stay tuned for that. All right, so I have so many things I feel like I want to announce and talk about, but I'm just going to put all that aside. And guess what? I am starting this instant with a coding challenge. I just don't have it in me to go on and on about like the store and the Patreon and all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to use processing for this. Although I think what I'm going to do, sorry, I'm looking for a marker. Am I over here? I'm looking for a marker. I'm going to use processing for this, and which is Java. And then as soon as I'm done, I am going to, I know where my markers are. I did some cleanup in this room. And now I have a whole thing of markers. And I've got pink and green and black and another black one and even like some new ones. All right. So, how are you? How's everybody doing today? Are you well? Are you happy it's Friday? I don't know how that is in your life. Sometimes Friday is like the start of difficult stuff. Sometimes it's the end of difficult stuff. Sometimes it's just another day. For me, I'm really looking forward to this weekend. The way my life is working these days, I have to wake up very, very early. And on Saturday, I can sleep until like 7:30 in the morning if I want. My children don't wake me up earlier. They're not allowed to get out of bed. If you're watching right now, you must stay in bed until 8 a.m. Then you can get out of bed and read and play Legos and all that stuff. Okay, I am seeing a note over here that the stream status, YouTube is telling me, is okay. It's very sad. I want it to be good. When I see the green good, it makes me happy. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by programming a Lissajous table, curve table. I'm going to open up processing here. I'm going to check the font size to make sure that seems good. Look, that's my little, see, look at this. New coding train characters. See these little brackets over here? Now, there's my little friend, little bracket person, classes person thing. And I'll come back. I got a new store, new t-shirts and everything. I'll come back to that later. See if you can find it. What's over here? Oh, style transfer. Okay. So this looks good font size wise. Let me just save this. I want to reference Stand Up Maths YouTube. This particular video. Where are my videos? No, this is the wrong channel. This is Matt Parker's other channel. Lissajous. I don't know who I'm signed in as here. Can I sign in as myself? All right, this is my weird fake account. Just leave it there. That's fine.
A few days ago, Twitter got
yes.
very excited about...
All right. So reference this video. Thank you very much. Then let's go find the links here to this tweet and this tweet. And then we can also maybe look at, and why is my brightness so down on this computer? Okay, we can look at, and it's so tiny, we can look at, Wikipedia is good, okay. All right, we're ready for this. Did I say I was just jumping right in? It hasn't even been 5 minutes of live streaming and I'm about to start coding. I'm turning a new leaf, a new page in the book of random numbers. It's been a while, though. $22,350, $84,735, $71,650, 27,600, 36,726, 39,979, 68,523, 79,521, 47,438. 5,365, 91,765, 28,390, 57,363, and 69,137. Hey! 90,608, 87,436, 50,299. I lost my place. Okay. And let's check. Everybody, everything's working. What brand of markers? Okay, oh, the slow mode is not on. Slow mode is off. Today is just a crazy day. No rules, and I will be turning slow mode on immediately in 5, 4, 3. We'll see. If I need to turn it on, somebody please let me know. Do appointed moderators have the ability to turn it on themselves? That's the question that I do not know the answer to. Okay, this I don't need. Is this enough space? Can I move? Can I cheat this a little bit over this way? And yes, and also let's check console print. Hello. Let's move this over here. That's viewable. Okay, I think we're good. I think I'm ready. I think I can do, moderators cannot. All right. It's very sad how you're requiring me to do this. Internet, don't worry, I'm here to help. I'm here to save the day. Info and settings. Live control room, ingestion settings. Actually, I'm kind of lost here. Once I've already started, can I adjust? Toggle timestamps, manage monitors, participants. Advanced settings. There we go. Slow mode enabled. Now, 10 seconds. 10 seconds, I'm doing the 10-second thing. I will raise it if I have to. Don't make me pull this car over. I'm not driving a car, but if I were, I'd pull it over. Kids. Okay. All right. Now. Jules Antoine Lissajous in 1857. All right. Family of curves. French physicist. Okay. Okay, so quickly. French. Yeah, so the this.t-shirts are available. See if you can find them. The this.t's are now available. I just haven't finished everything, and there's some other styles and colors and things. I'm having a few bugs with the store, but they are available. Thank you to Untitled Gaming. That is nice to hear. French people. Bonjour. Comment je prononce? That's not how you say pronounce. Jules Antoine Lissajous. Just Lissajous, right? Okay. Somebody will tell me in about 20 seconds because that's how long it takes. I have tissues. I need to blow my nose. What other weird music do I have? Oh, this is that scary. Coding Train, it's sponsored by water. Thanks, everybody. Stay hydrated. The pronunciation right there in the article. Where? Oh. Hold on. No. Won't speak it for me. Where is it? You say it right. All right. Good enough. Hello, welcome to a coding challenge. In this coding challenge, I am going to attempt to make... sorry, I was thinking about something. It's fine. I might do... You know what, I think it's gonna be interesting looking enough that I would like to have it at the beginning of the video. I can't tell whether it's better to actually have it at the beginning of the video or not. So I'm gonna start as if I've already introduced the concept. Oh, and I'm not recording this to disk. Boy, I hope things don't crash. I was having some crashing issues the other day. Okay, and I'm seeing a weird glitchy thing here. Better. Okay. The music is still playing? I think it stopped by now. You shouldn't be hearing any music. All right, is anybody still hearing music? That's weird if you are, because I'm not. Little check here. It stopped. Okay, great. I want to see if I can do this in half an hour. Unlikely. Very unlikely. Okay, welcome to the Lissajous Coding Challenge. Now, I want to talk about where this idea came from. This is not a new idea. This is like a 19th century idea, but I was reminded of it by this wonderful video from Stand Up Math's YouTube channel. Matt Parker actually created a mechanical version of this particular pattern, and Matt Parker's video referenced these two wonderful GIFs, one from Giulio Mulera on Twitter, and then this one here from Vincent Pantaloni. And these are really like satisfying, fun patterns. You can see like what's going on here. There's a circle, there's a dot moving around it. The dots moving around the circles are at different speeds, and then it's tracing a path, and look what's going on. So how do you program this thing? This is exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it in processing. Now, processing is a Java-based programming environment for sketching and creating graphics. You can do a lot more with it too. More information about processing in the video's description. And then I will also be making a JavaScript version of this that you can refer to. Actually, I might just do that in a whole separate video. So anyway, okay, so let's get started. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to make a nice window, 800 by 800, and I'm going to give it a black background. Now I need to think. Thinking is what I need to do. Let's do some planning. So I'm going to come over here. Oh, and I have no idea if this marker is reasonable, but basically what's going on? So the idea is that we have a table. Oh, and look at this glare. Can I fix that in any way? Yeah, a little bit. The idea is that we have a table. Maybe there are a number of columns. Let's just say there are 4. And maybe there are a number of rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, actually, what's going on here is the mathematical principles behind these Lissajous curves really have nothing to do with, well, that's the no editing. Okay, let's make a rule. Except for like extreme debugging, I cannot stop and start anymore, okay? No more stopping and starting. No more stopping and starting. Never plan, okay? All right, so, okay. The idea is that we have a table. So if we look at that, we can see there's a bunch of columns. Let's just start with 4, although I'm envisioning this giant Lissajous table that we're going to make at the end. 4 columns and 4 rows. And each one of these is going to show an oscillating pattern. So some things you're going to want to know about are the sine function. The sine function is a trigonometric function which oscillates a number between -1 and 1. I mean, and the sine of a particular angle in a right triangle is the ratio of the opposite angle over the hypotenuse, the length of those two things. So this is an important concept. And you're also going to want to know about polar coordinates and the idea also of Cartesian coordinates. And these are things that I use in almost all of my videos. Just learning to program in processing is an exercise in kind of understanding Cartesian coordinate systems because that's what you're drawing into. But a polar coordinate system is a way of saying, okay, I want to, if I have a radius of a circle and an angle, how can I describe a point outside the circle? So in other words, if I could figure out what the radius of each one of these circles are, and then have this point travel around it circularly, and this would go at 1x speed, this would go at 2x speed, this would go at 3x speed, this would go at 4x speed, integer whole numbers. Of course, you could experiment with other stuff too. And then I do the same exact thing over here, 2x, 3x, 4x, and then here I need to get an x coordinate. Why don't I get the x coordinate from wherever this happens to be? So the x coordinate is oscillating back and forth. Why don't I get the y coordinate from where this happens to be moving around the circle, so it's oscillating up and down? It's really just the result. It's simple harmonic motion. Don't I have a video about that? I'm just doing simple harmonic motion on two axes. If they're moving at the same speed, I will get a nice curve like this. If one of them is moving faster than the other, I might get something like this. Not exactly, and so on and so forth. So this is what we have to build. All right, so let's start with just making one row of these things. All right, how am I going to make a row of these things? First, let me start with a single variable called angle, because that's the variable, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a single variable called angle. I'm going to start that at 0. Then I just need to figure out a little bit about the space that I'm in. And so I want to think, one thing that I want to think about is what is the size of each one of these boxes? And let's make that like 10 pixels or 20 pixels. And what's going on here? We have an 800 by 800 window. So let's actually make that 800 pixels. So I'm going to call that W and have that be 80. So it's going to be 10 by 10. And what I want to do now in background, in draw, is just say 4. Oh, and then I need to know how many columns. So the number of columns is the width divided by that size of each box. So if I loop in draw, start at 0, go, I can't type, go all the way up to columns, I++, and then I just draw an ellipse at some x and some y with some, let's just use 80 right now, some diameter, and the x is what? I times w, and the y, the y is just 0 right now. What do I have? So I have those circles up there. I want them down, shifted over a little bit. So the y is really w divided by 2. And I should be saying no stroke. And no, not no stroke. I want the outline. So I say stroke 255 and no fill, because I just want the outline. OK, great. And so that's good. I need to move these things over a little bit. So let's also have the x equal to plus w divided by 2, right? Because the reference point is the center. That's perfect. But the truth of the matter is the corner, I'm looking over here, that corner up there, when I'm creating this table, the corner is kind of an empty space. So I actually want to start the first one over here, and I actually only want to have 9 instead of 10. So the number of columns is actually width divided by w minus 1, and then the x starts at w plus. This is a little bit goofy, but that's good. So that's my top row. And I don't really like this. I want to make the, I'm going to call this like diameter, d for diameter of these circles. And I'm going to have that be w minus like 10. Just so there's a little daylight, a little space in between these things. Oh, look how like pixely it is. Can I make that look nicer? OK, anyway, sorry. Now. That's fine. So let's start that. So now, how do I get that point? So if I have this angle for each one of these, and you know what? This is really like center x, circle y. Center x, center y. It's the center of each one of those circles. Now what I need is an offset. And an offset is where I can suddenly, like I want to figure out where is this point based on the angle. This angle is increasing. Where's this point along the circle? And this is the idea of polar coordinates to Cartesian coordinates. So if I know the radius of this circle and I know this angle, I can use a formula which says x equals r times cosine of the angle, y equals r times sine of the angle. I'm going to write that down. X equals r times cosine of the angle, theta being a Greek letter that's often used to signify an angle, y equals r times sine of the angle. Where do these come from? A reference to some other video where I go through this in more detail. But right now, we just want to add that to here. So I'm going to say x equals r times cosine of the angle, and y equals r times sine of the angle. And what's r? R equals d divided by 2. That's kind of useful. And then I'm going to say stroke. Stroke stays the same. I'm going to make the stroke weight 8. So I'm going to just draw like a thicker point by just using point. Point center x plus the x offset, center y plus the y offset. And I'm going to need to say, I'm going to need to say, I'm going to have to say here, stroke weight 1. So the circles get a stroke weight of 1, and the points, there we go, look at that. Technically speaking, I mean, this is fine, I could start here, but the point, I think, if you look at those other Lissajous table images, the point starts at the top. So I think I can just do like a little offset here, and again, I should probably be more thoughtful about variable naming and functioning, but I'll refactor this later. T-shirt coming soon, for real. Okay, so look at that. That's perfect. Now let's just say angle plus equals 0.01. There we go. Look, all the dots are moving around the circle now. Perfect. The dots are moving around the circle. Let's even do something really fun here, which is like stroke 255. Let's give it a little alpha, and let's draw a line from cx plus x 0, cx plus x height. So now we can see, stroke weight 1. And now we can see, there we go. So now you can also, stroke 255. I'm going to need to reset the colors everywhere. Okay, there we go. So you can see now I can see those lines, which are going to help us as a visual guide as I start to create those curves. Curves. Yes, I have a very deep voice. No. Curves. Okay. Now, did I really just do that? Is that edited out? It's not edited out. It's probably in the video that you're watching right now. What's the big thing here? The big thing is, remember, is the speed of these needs to increase. This one's going to go around 2 times as fast, 3 times as fast, 4 times as fast. So coming over here, I want to say, this is easy. Angle, I have a counter, I. So I'm going to say angle times I plus 1. Because I don't want to multiply it by 0. The 0 one gets multiplied by 1, et cetera, et cetera. So now we can see, there we go. Ooh, this is already fun. I already like this, just like this. Okay, so that's good. Now, this really needs refactoring, because this I could really think about as like a function, and then I could just do that same function vertically. But I am who I am. I will be who I will be. I will refactor this later. For real, and you will also refactor it yourself as an exercise to improve your programming skills. And I'm going to just change this to rows. This is going to be the y, this is going to be the x. And then this is all the same. This is all the same, except the line now goes from 0 to cy plus y, and width to cy plus y, right? What did I do wrong? Did I not even calculate the rows? So I need a variable, that is the number of rows. And rows equals height divided by w minus 1. And now, there we go. So we can see I've built the table. I could stop right here and I could say, I'm done, please finish this. I'm going to keep going because this is going to be fun and exciting. All right, so now, what do I do? How do I get the curves in here? Well, I see in the chat, actually, this screams OOP. Can someone explain to me what it's doing? Me too, OOP. All right, What is OOP? Object-oriented programming. So yes, I probably should have done this. I could refactor this to be object-oriented, even this idea of the columns and rows and the objects that are there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new tab in processing, curve, and I'm going to create a curve class. So the curve class is an object, and the idea for that object is to store the curve that's going to go in each one of these spots. So what does it need to store that curve? I need to store a path. So where am I? Curve. I need to say, what do I need? I need an array list. An array list is a flexibly sized array. If I do this in JavaScript, I can just make a plain array. And I'm going to fill it with p vectors. I'm going to call that path. And then I'm going to write the constructor. And the path is a new array list, empty array list. So I'm going to just put points in this path. Point in the path, point in the path, point in the path, right? So I could write like a function that's just like add point. And it gets an x and a y. And then I maybe do something like, say, path.add new p vector with that x and y. Right? And then, and this would be void. And then I'm going to also write a function to draw it, show, and I can say stroke 255. And you should be clever and thoughtful about color and fill and all sorts of pretty different ways of doing this. Stroke weight 1. And then I'm going to say for every, and this is a nice way of doing an enhanced loop in Java, vector in the path, set a vertex, v.x, v.y. This little bit of code right here is no longer relevant. And what am I saying? Begin shape, end shape, and no fill. So this should give me, this is actually me drawing the path as a shape using all of the vertices. Okay. Oh, someone's telling me that the vertical lines are not visible. And I'm not in the Slack channel here. Okay. The vertical lines are not, two quick fixes I'll make. Alka is telling me that half pi is a global constant in processing. So if I wanted to be, I could use that instead of saying pi divided by 2. And you cannot see the lines. Oh, that's so sad. The lines are like my favorite part. Let's do 150. Just make them much more obvious. Okay, that makes them much more obvious. Hopefully it looks reasonable in the sort of YouTube compression stuff, but we'll see, we'll see. Okay, so I'm going back to the curve. And I just hit the debugger by accident. All right, so let me auto-format the code. So this should draw me the path. And then, oh, tricky. So now where do I want to store all these curves? Well, one of the reasons why I wanted to use processing for this is I just feel so comfortable whenever I have a grid-like structure like this using a two-dimensional array. And a two-dimensional array isn't really two-dimensional. It's just a list of lists. But we can think of it as a two-dimensional matrix. See my other videos about two-dimensional arrays. It's kind of tricky to make those things in Java, though absolutely possible. JavaScript, that is. But in Java, it's not so tough. So what I can actually do is I can declare, I'm going to call it curves. And I can now just say curves equals a new two-dimensional array with columns by rows. Now, I have always, whoops. I have to zoom in on this because I got really something to say here. Fast forward like 2 or 3 minutes in this video. I have always programmed like this because Cartesian coordinates are expressed as x, y. So I always think if I'm making a two-dimensional array, the x's will come first, the y's will come second. But I've been doing so much stuff with matrices recently, and mathematically, matrices are expressed as row by columns. That is the standard. And this is probably going to cause me to make all sorts of mistakes and bugs, but right now, I'm going to do it. Rows. I'm going to consider the first dimension here rows, and the second dimension here columns. So everybody try to help me remember this. Sit there and like meditate on this and like send me your brain waves. That's what I'm going to do. So now, once I've made it, I can just say int I equals 0, I is less than rows, I plus plus. But shouldn't the I should be I'm so confused. The I should still be the columns. The J should still be the rows. Maybe I should iterate over the j first. Oh, who knows? Who knows? How will I live? Curves, index j, index I equals a new curve. So there we go. I made an object for every single one of those spots. And now, here's the thing. Oh, I did something so weird here. Because I mean, the thing is, if it's a square, columns and rows are going to be the same size, but I kind of want this to work for non-square images. So I really do want to refactor this and put these two blocks of code together in one loop. I'm not going to, though. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to, well, if I change this function to like void add x, so I make two of them, like a separate one for add y. And then after I add the x and the y, I can add the point with both of those. So I need to store, I'm going to say p vector current. So if I keep a separate variable, current equals create vector. Create vector, it doesn't matter what's in it, just 0, 0, or nothing, an empty vector. Then what I can do, no, not create vector. In processing, it's new p vector. In P5 in JavaScript, it's create vector. So if I do that, then I can say current.x. This is really kind of awful. I can set the x. Maybe this is more like set x, set y. Then I can say current.y. And I'm sure all of you are thinking of other ways of doing this, which is excellent. And I encourage you to try and write about that in the comments. So if I set both of these, then adding the point can just be add. Like I can do that at the end. And I can say add current. And then I could say current equals a new, I could just make another empty new p vector. So I could do that over and over again. Let's think about this. In other words, now, for every column, hold on, I know I need to turn the camera back on. This is a little edit point. And I'm just going to do this camera while I'm here. For every, I don't know, I lost where I was here, okay. What I want to do is basically, for this column, I need to set what? The x point for all of these. For this row, I need to set the y point for all of these. So I need another loop inside of each of these. Like at the end here, I'm going to say for int, and this was I, so j equals 0, j is less than rows, j plus plus, and then I'm going to say curves index j index I dot set x to this point, cx plus x. Then, if I do the same exact thing here, but for the columns, so this should be I, this should be I, this should be columns, this should be I, exercise in like weird copy pasting, this should be Y, this should be Y, I'm already lost whether I'm doing this correctly. Okay, am I back now sound-wise? You know, the batteries weren't charged when I arrived in this room. I am back now. When did that happen? That's the question. I like that this is working. I got to back up. So everybody, it's okay. All right. The question is, when did that happen? What was the last thing I said? You changed set X to set Y. Whoa, that was a while ago. Wow, that was a really long time. Okay, let me just do some triage here. And let me just, processing is not super great about undo, but I'm going to save where I am just in a different file. Let's see here. Thank you, Alka, for noting where I stopped. Wait, I was in the curve class? I was in the curve class on set Y. Not in the main program, because that's a way back. Oh, so sad, because this was actually going well. And I got to get to the Mastodon stuff. I'm waiting for someone to confirm. Someone's saying I'm setting the curve's x value. I need to wait. Oh, in a for loop. So it was later. I was in the main. Excellent. Good. So it wasn't that far back. Too bad it's too late now. My redo doesn't seem to be. Oh, but luckily, I did this because I was. Okay. So. TMC, I could do a voiceover, no. Changing I and J. TMC, you gave me a screenshot of me at the whiteboard. That seems like way before when the sound went out. So I believe that I was doing this. I believe that I was here. This is where I think that I was. Yeah, your TMC, that is a good point, because I could just do both of them. So that might not be such a bad idea, and then Mathieu can edit it together. I'm going to do something here just in case. Okay. You did set Y and set X. So by the way, if you ever just say something like in the Slack channel, if you say something like yup, I have no idea what that's referring to, because you're like 30 seconds later, so you've got to be very specific. You're saying, yes, I agree, you should, blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. I am going to do, yes. Oh, but I didn't change both of them probably, but that'll be a little continuity error that nobody noticed. Okay. All right. I've got an image here. Oh, that's exactly where I cut out. I was changing the I to a J. I'm gonna let Mathieu figure out the best way to edit together, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna do TMC's original suggestion, even though I was like, no. And I'm gonna go back to. Yeah. I'm going to go back to where I'm starting to add And this wasn't there yet, right? This would not have been there yet. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, here we go. So I'm going to pretend I remember what I was saying at the whiteboard. Let me check. I switched the batteries in that mic. I'm just going to pray. Okay. Okay. I know. Finally I had some live stream going well. I got 20 minutes to finish this up. All right. So something about how I need to do blah, 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 blah. So if I come to the first loop where I'm going through all the columns, all I need to do is at the end, then add another loop for, wait, timeout. I'm concerned. Hold on, I saved, I need to go back and look at, did I already, is the curve, did I add, like was show and add point already there? I think it was, right? Like I didn't make changes there. So I'm going to the desktop. I have the video recorded over here, so I can actually just open it up and watch it. Sorry, you can't see what I'm seeing now. So, where is the code in the other, before the whiteboard? I have add points. Yeah, I have all that. Show and add were there. Okay, great. I can confirm that they were. All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you for your patience. You're very kind to watch these live streams where everything goes wrong. At least the system hasn't crashed. That's usually my problem. Okay. Okay, so in this loop here, where I'm going through all the columns, now I just need to go through all of the rows for each column and set those X points. So I is going through the columns. So now J will go through the rows. And I'm going to say, I forgot what I'm doing. Curves, cannot type, curves, Ji dot set X. And then what am I doing? I'm setting it to exactly this point. So I go through all of the rows and set the X point for each column. Okay, then I'm going to do exactly the same thing here, down here. But this time, I'm going to go through the columns, because I'm going through the rows, so for each row I go through each column, and this stays the same, but now it's Y, and I want to set the Y point. We've got a problem. So I used I here, but I should use J now. So I should be consistent and try to always use J with rows and I with columns, which means these have to change, and this has to change. Okay. Great. Okay, no errors. And now guess what? I'm kind of done, I think, because basically all that I need to do is call add point and show. Like once I've set the X and the Y, add to the path, then draw the path. So I need a nested loop. Do I have that somewhere? Somewhere I have a nested loop. Yes, right up here already. Let's just actually look at this. No, come back to me. I'm going to copy this because I don't feel like typing it. I'm going to go all the way to the end. And now instead of, this is before I made new curves, now I'm just going to say add point and what else? Show. Oh my goodness. Could this be it? Could this be it? Huh? Oh, look at that. There we go. Look, it's the Lissajous table. So we're kind of done. Coding challenge finished. Why is there like 15 more minutes in this video? Because I kind of want to do a couple more things. Hopefully there's not actually 15 more minutes in this video. I want to do a couple more things. Number one is it would really be nice, I think it's really nice in one of the gifts if you could sort of like highlight that point that's moving along the trail. So I should be able to do that by saying separately right? Stroke weight 8, points, current.x, current.y. This isn't going to work. So why is it not there? Because as soon as I added it, I recreated. So I don't love this, but I'm just going to move this to down here. Maybe I should put that in a separate function, like a sort of, but there we go. Now I can actually also see the point that it's moving on. That's nice. I don't know if this is going to matter, but I'm on like a high density display here. It's being captured with a green screen, so I don't know if this is going to do anything, but it'll look nicer for me. I'm going to change the pixel density of this sketch to 2. Not available for this display. So that doesn't make a difference. I would have to unplug it so you can't see it, but that's fine. I am going to use, though, the P2D renderer because what I would like to do now is I would like to use full screen. So let's just be careful about this for a second. I'm going to use the P2D renderer, and I'm going to make these much bigger. Let's see what happens. So we can see this is a small Lissajous table, and I probably want this like buffer between them should be a ratio of their size. Like maybe it should always be W minus like 10% of W or something. Or the 0.9 times W would work. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, it's so pixely. Okay, so I like this. Now, there's an interesting, so first of all, there's a big problem here. As soon as this one that's above me right now gets all the way to the end, it's just like redoing its points. So one thing I should do, and also, is it backwards? I think it's backwards. By the way, I'm getting some big red error there. I got to take a look at this. It's back. I mean, it's kind of fine. I don't know that it actually matters, but I think in those examples, the dot moves counterclockwise rather than clockwise. This would be an easy thing for me to fix because I can just do minus equals. But I also want to do something like if angle is less than negative 2 pi, like it's gone all the way around once, then let me reset it. And maybe I want to like save an image of it. So I'm just going to do like curves index I dot reset. Like reset all the curves. And so I could write a function, reset, which would just take the path and clear it, I think. Let's have it like do it really fast, just to see if that works. So let's like have it go 10 times as fast. So it gets all the way around and it clears. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I guess I'm going to have to reset the angle back to 0. That was a bug. So if I do that, now it's going to go all the way around and start over. And you know what I really want to do also is when it does that, let me do like save frame, Lisa, 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can like save it. Now, they're all going to be the same, so I don't know why I'm doing this over and over again, but that's fine. But I just want to be able to look at it later. Okay. Let's make this back down, and then let's go a little nuts here. 20. No, that's just crazy. Let's try it. Ah! Oh, you cannot. Goodbye. Goodbye to goodbye to YouTube compression algorithm for sure. All right, that's better. So you can see I can have a really large table. And by the way, you should see here, of course, as they're going the same speed, they should be always circles. So you can see these interesting like patterns here based on the ratio of the column to the row. So this really should be like divisible more nicely so that it fills out, and you could do so much more with color and stuff like that. I probably should make these dots actually also a ratio of the size, so the stroke weight should be a ratio. But let's look at what that error is, because people are going to be wondering. Can I please grab this? I have no idea what this is. So somebody will tell me in the comments, and I will pin that comment. Let's see if I get that error in P3D. Just what if I don't use P? Oh, actually, it runs kind of fine in P2D. I thought I might need the hardware acceleration to get it going kind of full screen, but this is fine. Save the frame before I reset the circles. Yeah, but you know what? It actually should be fine because it's okay to reset the circles without redrawing it. So I'm not redrawing it. So let me make sure it gets all the way through. And by the way, I also probably don't need to save. I could, like in the path, I could save every other point. All right, so come on, let's get all the way to the end. It's because I'm doing it in P2D, it's getting really slow. All right, I'm doing it in regular. See what I mean? This video was. Okay, here we go. I'll speed this up in post. I'll walk slowly. All the way. Super chat, new member. I cannot pronounce the Russian name, but thank you. All right. Okay, so it reset itself. It's going again. And let's go here and let's look. Oops, sorry. Let's look in the sketch folder. We see Lissajous629.png, and there it is. There's our beautiful Lissajous table. That's some number of columns by some number of rows. Thank you for watching this coding challenge. Stay tuned. I'm going to do like a 5-minute video where I port this to JavaScript. If you want to watch that, link in the description below. Oh, please make your this.Lissajous. Make your own version of this. Share it with me. Twitter, Mastodon is the new place. There'll be some videos talking about that in the comments and all those kind of stuff. Thanks very much. Goodbye. Okay. All right. So one thing I want to do just before I forget is, now I feel silly doing this, but I'm going to. Welcome to a coding challenge. I'm showing you quickly before I start the end, so I finished it. This is what I'm going to make. It's called a Lissajous table. It is a, what is it? Okay, I'm going to say less. What coding challenge number am I on? I don't know. Hello, welcome to coding challenge number, written in the title. I don't know what number it is. This is a Lissajous table. I'm really excited to have completed this coding challenge. As soon as I finish talking, it will start. I'm going to program this from start to finish, from scratch. Well, in the processing environment, which is a Java-based environment. And then I also have made a JavaScript port of this, so you can watch me program the whole thing and then port it to JavaScript in a separate video if you want. So I hope you share with me your variations that you make of this. I talk a little bit more about what it is and where I got the idea from, if you keep watching. Oh, the bit rate is wrecked even just with this. So this will do me no good. What if I do, let me try one with just the static image. So why don't I do this, okay? This should be fine with YouTube compression, yes? No? I like how it looks. Okay. I'll try it a couple ways. Smaller count of them. All right, all right. It is good. Okay. Hello, welcome to a coding challenge. In this coding challenge, I'm going to make this. It actually animates. Oh, wait. This doesn't need to be there. Okay. Ah, no, no, no. Why won't that go away? Go away. Ah, there we go. Hello, welcome to a coding challenge. In this coding challenge, it keeps coming back. Why, did I hit the mouse or something? Hello, welcome to a coding challenge. In this coding challenge, I'm going to make this. It's a Lissajous table. I really like it. It actually animates, but I can't show it to you animating because it messes with YouTube compression. So this was made in processing, which is a Java-based programming environment. Made it from start to finish in however much time this video is. And I also have made a JavaScript version of this that I ported it quickly in a separate video that you can watch as well. So I hope you will enjoy this coding challenge, make your own version of this table with colors and shapes and designs in ways that I can't possibly imagine, and share those with me. Thanks so much for watching. Okay, now just as like one more, let's see which one looks better. What are the dimensions of the, let me just try like 200. It's kind of ugly. Wonder if I could make it stroke weight 2 everywhere. I'm just curious. Oh yeah, that's nicer, I think. Stroke weight 2. I'm really like, because I only have an hour. I have to go at 4. Like I have a thing downstairs, and I really want to talk about Mastodon, but I really wanted to do this. So I'm going to. Yeah. Wow, look how weirdly slow this is. I feel like actually, oh, you know what? I think P2D is like unhappy in this. I always forget that when I'm going after the HDMI and capturing it, it makes all sorts of things run in a slightly weird way. All right, this is good. Let's do this. Let's try this one, okay? Do it in 3D. That's an awesome idea. Hello, welcome to a coding challenge. In this coding challenge, I'm going to make this. I actually already made it. That's what I made. It's called a Lissajous table. I got inspired by this, by some things I'll talk about in a second. This one was made with processing, which is a Java-based environment, but I've also made a JavaScript version of it that you can watch in a separate video where I port it. So I hope you enjoy this coding challenge where I program this thing and make some exciting, cool, weird, wacky, beautiful, strange, animated art with it. Okay, goodbye, and see you soon. All right, that was like a weird introduction, but I'm going to stop now. I'm going to let Mathieu do what he thinks best. Come on. Okay, let me just hit this. Okay, that was bad. It was pretty bad, right? Make it slower. Nah, I'm not going to use that one. Suggestion from chat. What if do not use curves but just draw points and apply 0.9 transparent? Oh, yeah, that's a nice idea. So there's so many. I'm not worried about. I love that suggestion. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave it to you, the viewer, to make a more beautiful or different or creative version of this. I just wanted to get the functionality down. PID errors occur when multiple Java programs are non-multi-threaded or open. I wonder if I had something else open somewhere, or who knows. Okay, so let's port this to JavaScript real quick. And I'm going to do it with the P5 editor. Great. Should I do the flip thing? No, I don't have the new flip. All right, let's not do the flip thing. So Mathieu, I think this can probably just sit on its own as like a totally separate. This is not a coding challenge. It's not like part 2 of the coding challenge. Maybe it could be, but it'll just be like a side for people who want to do this. Okay. Okay. You know, I don't think there's a find and replace, I just realized, in the P5 web editor. That's fine, I'll do it manually. It'll be fun. Okay. Let's do stroke weight 1, 1, 1. No, I don't want to ask Siri. Give me a break. 1. Okay. Oh, and that's going too fast. So let's do this. Hello, this is a short follow-up to my Lissajous table coding challenge. What I'm going to do in this video is just take the processing code, paste it into the P5.js web editor, and quickly make all the changes to have this run in JavaScript. And let's see how long that takes. I think I could do this pretty quickly, and hopefully this will be useful to you to see how you might quickly port a sketch back and forth. So let's start with just this main tab here. I'm going to do select all. I'm going to go into the P5 web editor, and I'm going to do paste. So I've got all of the what is it? The Java code in here now. So all the let me just do that again. Hello, this is a quick follow-up video from my Lissajous coding challenge, which you can see running here in a 400 by 400 window in processing. What I'm going to do in this video is take all this code, copy it into the P5.js web editor, and convert it all to JavaScript. Can I do that in just like 5 minutes and get it running in Canvas in the browser so you can use that code if you want to make a browser-based version? Let's see. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to take all the code and copy paste it. So I'm going to do copy, and then I'm going to go over here, I'm going to do paste. Save. So I'm in a, and then I'm also going to create, and right over here in the sidebar I can do like add file, and I'm going to make a file called curve.js, and then I'm going to go into curve.js, come back to processing, get my curve tab, and go over here and paste that in. So now I have both of those, and then I also just want to go into index.html and make sure that both JavaScript files are referenced. So now I'm ready to start porting. And I'm going to do this in the most manual way possible. I could use regular expressions or clever find and replace or write some code to convert it, but I'm going to do it kind of one variable at a time. So right, all the data types. This is just, you know what? I have an idea. So I need to make a two-dimensional array in JavaScript, and it's a little bit awkward. I remember I wrote a function once called make2darray. If I search for make2darray coding train, look, this might be useful to you. Please edit out me saying oh, here we go. This is somebody else's project, Minesweeper, on CodePen. But look, there's my make2darray function. So I'm going to close that, and I'm going to bring that into here. Just put it at the top. So now I have this make a 2D array function. I'm going to change the order of the arguments. Columns, rows, rows, columns. Hopefully that's not going to do anything terrible. So this is function. This is create canvas. One thing that I need to do if I am doing any integer arithmetic, I've got to use floor. Floor because I have to manually take off the decimal place, and then this is now make 2D array rows columns. This is let. Keep going down. Function, let, the let song, the let song, let, the let song, the let song, let song, the let song, let. You're watching somebody sing the word let over and over again, and copy paste let everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to take this out for a second because I don't know how the saving is going to work. Now, class. Oh, thank goodness for ES6 classes. What a lucky day. But this needs to change to constructor. And now this dot, never forget that this dot, there's going to be a lot of this dotting now in this. So I got to add this dot everywhere. This dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. Where did I miss it? I don't need void. I don't need void. I don't need void. I don't need void. Oh, I don't need float. I don't need float. Also, array list is not a thing we care about. Brackets, just a plain old array. And then I don't need void. And then, oh, this won't work, but I can say for let v of this dot path. And then I feel like, did I just add somewhere? Yeah, this has to be push. Clear. Is clear a JavaScript function? I guess we'll find out. We save, run. Okay. Make 2D array is not defined. Great job. Oh, because I have capital letters there. Let's put that in here. No, don't reload the site. Just do this. P vector is not defined. Okay. So that's also another one that I forgot. This has to be create vector. What? Create vector. I think that should be good. And now, oh, current is not defined. What is going on here? Oh, this dot current. This dot. Current is not defined, line 37. Also, this dot. There we go. Look at that. Lissajous table in JavaScript. Let's see how it performs. So by the way, this URL will be linked in the video. Let's try, I forget how I do this, but if I think if I say create canvas window width, is that what it is? In P5, window width, window height, that will give me the whole thing. There we go. And then if I do sketch or file, save, file, one more, share, full screen. Here we go. You know what? This is running faster. Crazily, I feel like this is running faster. I should have just done this in JavaScript the whole time. I had this idea, and it's less like weirdly pixelated too. Or maybe it is. So look at that. That's beautiful. View. I mean, I'm sure you can't see this because of the YouTube compression. So let me just go back here and make this something much bigger, like 120. And let me go view, enter full screen, and refresh. Refresh. Did I not save? Save. Refresh. There we go. And now, here it is, your JavaScript Lissajous table. So if you prefer to work in JavaScript, you can take this code, remix it in the P5 editor and some other project, share it with me, this.lissajous, hashtag this.lissajous, and I look forward to seeing what you guys make. Okay, goodbye. Seeing what you all make. Goodbye. Oh, wait a second. It broke. Stop. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. Clear is not a function. JavaScript, array, prototype. Let's look at what it is, what there is. Is there, like, I mean, I could just set it to a new array, but is there like some kind of just like clear it? I mean, splice all of it, shift all of it, reverse, reduce all of it. No, that's reduce to something else. Okay, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go over here. And I know you can't see me right now. I mean, you can't see the code right now because I've done something horrible. You know what? I have a new key command. Oh, no. This one. Okay, I don't hear anymore, but you're looking at the code. This is probably how I should do all my videos. No one wants to look at me. Where am I looking to? Reset. Curve. Reset. Where's reset? This dot path equals, and here I come back. Haha, I'm back. And now save, and now refresh. And here we go. Look, so I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave you with the end of this video watching this beautiful Lissajous pattern emerge. Goodbye. I'm still here. I'm still here. Goodbye. Enjoy. Okay. I have new create vector. Where did I do that? Oh, shoot. Well, I think we're just going to have to live with that. I fixed it now, though. Okay. By the way, if you want this code right now, somebody who has privileges could post this link into the chat. All right, what time is it? How are we doing? Processing, it can go away now. Wait, hold on. What is this left at? I'm gonna leave the code as this, I think. Okay. F11, thank you. Close processing, okay. So, we are moving on. We're gonna take a short break. It's not really a break, but I just need a minute here to get reorganized. I'm muting my microphone for a second. As always, I always forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. I'm gonna do the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, the this dot song. Never forget the this dot. Somebody compose that song for me. So this is random, this is noise, Perlin noise that is. In the core random algorithm, the actual random algorithm itself, those numbers aren't related at all. You pick, like, I'm picking random numbers between 0 and 10. 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 9, 4, 8, 9, 2, 1, 3. I pick 9 a lot apparently. But with Perlin noise, I might pick numbers like this. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6. Boy, this is like Perlin noise performance art. 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 9, 4, 8, 9, 2, 1, 3. I think 9 1. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4. Boy, this is like Perlin noise performance art. 7, 5, 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 9, 4, 8. But with Perlin noise, I might pick numbers like this. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5. Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. This is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. So this is Perlin noise that is. Perlin noise. Apparently. But with Perlin noise, I might pick numbers like this. 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I didn't realize the camera was off. So I have 45 minutes, and I am going to attempt. Hold on. I'm going to attempt to make a Mastodon bot. Probably won't get as far as I want to. But let's see. Here we go. So I've got a kind of crazy password here in my password manager. No, I mean, that's fine. I'm typing my email here. Nobody cares. Everybody can find that email anyway. That's like, but I'm going to type in my password here. That's not the login anyway, so that's good. What's the chance this works? Shoot. Oh, wait. Oh. I probably just typed it in wrong. Sorry, everyone. I have to get set up here. I'm not. Password changed. Oh, different email. Oh, don't tell me I have to retype this. Sorry, everyone. I'm getting there. Could this really be the... I should have thought of this. Hope this works. This is what I get for having like the craziest impossible password ever. Like 8 million characters. Because I never have to type it in, except I don't have my password manager installed on this laptop. No! Okay. Shoot. All right. Whoops, where am I? All right. How am I going to do this? Let me just make let me make an insecure password. I'll change it again later. Let's see if that comes through. Reset password, change password. Set new password. It's too short! Too short! Okay. Log in. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay. All right, so Mastodon, what is Mastodon? And then we need to go to bots in space. Okay. And, okay. Let me get back to Slack. All right. Activity pub. Okay. I think I will like to sign in to GitHub, and this is just going to require two-factor. What am I looking for? Okay. All right. Okay. Please, what is Mastodon? It is exactly what I'm about to talk about. What is Mastodon is the topic. I believe Mastodon is also sponsored by Water. Actually, Mastodon probably has real sponsors. Apparently, I have some real sponsors too. Just don't admit it. Okay. And one other place I need to go to is this YouTube channel called Coding Train. If you stay all the way to the end of this live stream, I'm going to show you my new Coding Train store, which you can find very easily without me showing it to you, but I will show it to you. Okay. Playlists. I'm looking for programming from A to Z. Oh, jeez Louise. Twitter. Twitter API, there we go. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm ready. Are you ready? Okay. All right. Ah, look at this. Tobias, right there. Hi, YouTube. Okay. Hello, welcome to a new playlist. This is a replacement playlist for my session 4 of the Programming from A to Z course. Session 4 is all about making a Twitter bot. But guess what? I give up on you, Twitter. Goodbye, Twitter. I mean, I'm still using Twitter. But it's, I'll talk about this. A lot of things about the Twitter API changed, which make it not such a viable, not to mention it's sort of like a highly toxic, problematic place in general, but a lot of things about the Twitter API have changed, which make it problematic for your creative, experimental, wacky, fun, meaningful, active art bots. A social network platform that you might be interested in experimenting with is called Mastodon. This is something that I am now experimenting with. I'm going to start this over. Because I kind of like, what am I talking about? All right. I really don't, can I leave this here and it won't scroll? Okay, I should be back streaming. Apologies. I'm surprised. I feel very lucky that didn't happen till now because there's an issue, I think, with this computer overheating. Yeah. So I think I'm back. I'm going to start recording. I don't have the YouTube chat up. Let me see if I can get that up really quickly. I wouldn't be surprised if this happens again. So apologies to everyone. Oh, that's a good idea. Let me just, oh, crap. We're going to see who's faster. Hold on, I just want to, column 1, column 2, column 3, there we go. That'll do it. Ah, yes, that's what I want. Sorry, I want the local timeline. So let me see if I can do that. Since I'm hopefully not going to by accident. Where is that? Home. No, but that's not the, that's if you're logged in, Alka. That's if you're logged in. What I want to do is, I have to do it under administration. And I apologize if anybody's name is coming up here that they don't want to have up here. Site settings, since thumbnail. Ah, there we go. Ba-ba. Show known, this is what I want. Ba-ba. Okay, okay, that should do it. Save changes. Okay, but now I think maybe I don't want. Okay, here we go. Let's try this one more time. Hi. So I don't know what's going on. And by the way, let me just say, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn the volume on in that computer because it actually, it does this weird, hold on, I have to turn my monitoring off, which is not a big deal, but actually I can leave that, it's fine. It starts to beep. And I've never heard this before. It just starts to beep, and I'm pretty sure it's overheating. This is not this laptop. This laptop all is not streaming anything. I just have HDMI going out. There's a trash can on the floor over there that takes all the cameras in and the laptop in and streams. And recently, it just dies. I probably should upgrade the OS. That's one thing I could try to do, because I am still on a pretty old. So maybe I'll do that after I shut down today, and maybe I can get some software to test it. But if anybody has any ideas, and please let me know. Okay. So the people in the Slack channel are giving me a lot of helpful suggestions. Let me look at that after I stop streaming. Unfortunately, I don't have the YouTube chat up right now because it takes me so long to set everything up. Then it just freezes after restart. So I'm able to look at the YouTube chat here. But let's see, I definitely need to come up with a new solution. So if I have to take a week off to set up a new computer, not a whole week off of, I just mean of streaming, because I have lots of other things to do. All right, let's try to get this Mastodon bot thing going. Ugh. Okay. Hello, welcome to a new tutorial series. This tutorial series is actually a replacement for session 4 from Programming from A to Z, which is Twitter API and bots with Node.js. You can it's exactly the same session. It's going to be the same session. It's going to be session 4, Mastodon API and bots with Node.js. Mastodon, what is Mastodon? Why are you using Mastodon? Well, a couple reasons. Number one is Twitter recently changed their API rules, how it works. It's much harder to sign up for new accounts that are bot accounts. They've also removed a feature which was the streaming API, which Mastodon does have, so I'll come back and show you what that exactly is, but allows you to basically have a connection to the service and continually listen for different events. And so you could still, hopefully maybe if you want, try to make Twitter bots, but I am giving up on it. I think there's a lot of problems with the Twitter platform as a whole, and if what I'm interested in is community and experimental, weird, crazy, avant-garde art, image, poetry, nonsense bots, Mastodon is a pretty good place to do it. So so what is Mastodon? So first of all, Mastodon is an open source project. If you want to find out about it, just go to joinmastodon.org, and also the Tootsuite organization on GitHub, the Mastodon project. So it's an open source project, sorry, I'm looking for the thing that I wanted to say. So it's an open source project. There was a nice little. Why? Sorry, Matthew, you're going to edit this out. Yeah, okay. It's an open source project. You can read right here, find friends, discover new ones, publish anything you want, links, pictures, text, video, all on a platform that is community owned and ad free. But the thing that's really exciting and interesting to me about Mastodon is that it is a decentralized social network. What does that mean? So and mind you, I am not an expert in this. I will link to a really nice YouTube video from the Mastodon project. What is Mastodon? You can go and watch that if you want. So let me give you my kind of take on this. So let's say you sign up for an account from Twitter. And you are on your own computer, your device, your phone, your whatever you're using as a Twitter client. You are connecting to the Twitter server. You are sending messages there. You are reading messages back. All of your data is stored here on the Twitter service. This is a centralized service. And the web, more and more these days, is the web originally, if you look. Okay, I think I am back. So I am actually going to give up on this live stream right now for now. I have 15 more minutes before I have to be downstairs for a meeting. So I'm going to use that time to see if I can upgrade this machine. I got some good suggestions of, and this is a great idea. Coding Train, sponsored by water. I'm just going to go ahead and pour water on the computer, not this computer, the computer over there. I'm going to see if I can fix up this machine just by upgrading it and installing some stuff to manage the fan. And then I will try to come back later today or Monday to do the Mastodon stuff. But even if it wasn't going to freeze again in 10 minutes, I'm not going to get much done in 10 minutes. So at least to show you, since if anybody's curious, and feedback is welcome. I do have an. So let me just. If this freezes again, by the way, I'm not going to come back. I'm just going to end the stream. So if it cuts off, it cuts off. But I'll talk until it cuts off. So if you want to, I was going to just talk a little bit about Mastodon, but I guess I'll save that. I guess I'll mention the store. So if I go to teespring.com/stores/codingtrain, I'm going to show you, this is fun. I'm going to show you all this new stuff. Thank you to Jason Hegland, who is the an illustrative designer who has done a ton of stuff. For the Coding Train. Look, there we go, Coding Train. And so we have a whole lot of new stuff. These Coding is Magical shirts with all those. People have requested the I'll refactor that later shirts with different characters. And the this dot one is somewhere in here. I don't know, maybe it was on that first page. There is, never forget that this dot. There it is, the new Coding Train bouncy logo and some other stuff, of course, this one. So anyway, poke around. Feedback is welcome if you see stuff that's not there, that could be there, if stuff doesn't work, doesn't make sense. Thank you for your support. Please don't feel obligated to get anything. I will be sending these out as gifts and things to people who subscribe to Patreon and that sort of stuff. Okay, so I wanted to show that. In theory, let's see how this works. In theory, this is integrated with YouTube. This is totally going to, of course it's not freezing now. Right, if I go here, no, that's next. Live now. If I go here, it's funny, there's no Mastodon bots in this. And I scroll down. Yeah, there we go. So that does work. Look at that. So these are expensive. This is the one that I want to get. So I will be buying this one for myself, probably. Okay, so thank you for being patient and dealing with the fact that this is not working. I'm looking at the YouTube chat now. So I'm going to figure out, I got to make this content because it's for my class. Wouldn't Discord bots and their WebSockets be more interesting? I don't know about more interesting, definitely interesting. I have to admit that I am not a Discord user. I've been tempted to set it up in lieu of Slack as the member community for the Coding Train, but I just haven't had the time to explore it. And then once I suggested it, people were like, no, don't bother with that. So yeah. So thank you. I mean, I would happily stay on while I try to upgrade this computer and install stuff, but I don't think that's going to be that interesting, and then also have to restart the computer, which will shut the stream down. So at least we got that. At least we got the Lissajous coding challenge in. I feel kind of good about that, and that will get edited and pushed out next week sometime. And if I can manage, I don't know if I can manage to make it back today, but I really got to do that Mastodon stuff. So maybe I can get an extra hour or two in on Monday. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. Stay tuned if you want. Like, when am I? The places I was going to say on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter now. Twitter. Stay tuned. I will announce. The best way to find out when I'm going to live stream again is just to check the homepage on YouTube, because it will show you, like, there's definitely going to be one next Friday, text generation with TensorFlow, ML5, and the Spell platform with Nabil Hussain. So we're going to do an LSTM neural network model with a guest next Friday. And so as soon as I figure out if I can come back later or on Monday, I'll post also another one here in the upcoming live streams. Okay, that's it. What a sad. I will refactor this computer later. What a sad ending to today's live stream. But I am going to have to go and see what I can do about this computer. And even if I could just come back and just like explain what Mastodon is and make one little simple bot, it would be worth it to me if I can manage to do that in a little while. So we'll see. If I come back today, it would be between like 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern time. And now, of course, it's not crashing now, which is ridiculous, frustrating. But let's see. I know a bunch of you got to go to sleep. Go to sleep. Don't wait up for me, because this is not a reliable thing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. I'm still here. I forgot I have to press the stop streaming button. Where do I do that? I lost that page. I'm going. Don't make me pull this car over. Customize channel. No, that's not what I want. Don't customize the channel. Jeez Louise. Okay. Oh, look, there I am. Edit video. Where do I go here? Here we go. Edit video. Okay. And live. Live control room. Let's try this one more time. Thank you, everybody, for watching today's live stream. I will see you next time on The Coding Train. Goodbye, everybody.